A family patiently waits for a meal to be prepared in Niger's desert town of Kulam. Dry leaves known as hasso and nothing else make up today's serving, which is quickly gobbled up by children and adults alike. Millions of people in Africa's turbulent Sahel region are on the brink of starvation due to drought and conflict. This year, there have not been only failed rains, but the after effects of the Libyan war, the shockwaves from Nigeria's battle with Islamic sect Boko Haram, and most recently, a coup by renegade low-ranking military officers and a Tuareg rebellion in Mali. Speaking from Niger, a top United Nations official appealed to the international community to provide the resources needed to help, warning that the situation is critical and there is no time to lose.
There are over 9 million people who could potentially be impacted by the lack of access to food as we move into the lean season in June. We've started the work on the ground. We have an opportunity to ensure that this crisis does not become a famine.
WFP estimates it needs some $450 million to help people across the region. There are currently 15 million people facing food insecurity in the Sahel, a belt of land spanning nearly a dozen of the world's poorest countries on the southern rim of the Sahara, stretching from the Atlantic Ocean to the Red Sea. The trip is Koson's first field visit since assuming the leadership of WFP 1 month ago, and she was accompanied by High Commissioner for Refugees Antonio Guterres, who called the crisis deadly.
What we are facing here is a deadly combination of drought with a dramatic food security problem that WFP is addressing with an enormous effort, and conflict. Conflict in Mali with already almost 160,000 refugees in Niger, in Mauritania and in Burkina Faso.
Refugees from Mali have put a further strain on communities in Niger that are already facing a food crisis. In Niger, WFP has launched an emergency operation to support 3.3 million people with a special focus on children under 2. Some 35% of people being assisted will receive cash. Over 423,000 people have already received support through Food for Assets and Cash for Work programs. Last month, Secretary General Ban Ki-moon called on the global community to act quickly to address what he described as a cascading crisis sweeping the Sahel.